Hello everyone, Journeyman here, and welcome to the start of Season 4 for my FIFA 18 Coventry City career mode. So, the last 3 seasons, it saw us rose all the way up into the championships and even made the championship playoff final, but unfortunately, we were that close. We are literally seconds away to go into penalties up against Brentford, where we would have had a chance to go back into the promised land, which was the ultimate goal of this save to begin with. So, we'll start Season 4 with a lot more optimism. I think the team is younger, it's much more stronger, a lot more potential, and I think I've helped set the team up for success as we try and get promotion to the Premier League. And once we're in the Premier League, hopefully we'll stay there and we will flourish. So first and foremost, let's go over some of those transfers that are brought in and out of the club. We finally got a healthy transfer budget for the season. It's the first time I had anything more than £5 million to spend on players, and so far I think I've done a pretty good job. I bought basically a lot of free transfers in, but I'm still in the hunt to try and maybe bring in another striker if possible, maybe a left winger as well. We'll have to see what happens there. But anyway, take a look at transfer history. Let's go over some of the players that I have bought in. Well, first of all, going out was Conte. He went out to Parma for £570,000. Honestly, he wasn't playing at all. I think he made, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 games last season, and he wasn't a good player, so moved him on, a little bit of money. Then I bought a striker, Carlson, Ottis Magnus Carlson, big guy, 6'3", tons of pace and acceleration, good strength as well, decent shot power, ball controls there as well. Signed for £1.2 million. I thought I needed kind of an opposite to Crepin Diata. Diata's all about pace and finishing and composure. Carlson's kind of more the opposite. He's a bit more of a target man. It went really well last season. I bought an Ivan Toney. I like that kind of dynamic, the big little partnership kind of thing, and Carlson does help us in that department. He primarily uses a backup striker. Diata is my #1 choice, and I'm going with one up top to start the season. But he won't get a start today, by the way, because Diata's going to be out for a couple more weeks. Then I bought in a very promising player, Connor Connolly. Signed on the free transfer. He's only 18 years old. He's valued at £3.2 million, and he is already rated, I believe, 70 overall. So this guy is going to be something special, and I paid a lot of money for him in wages, and so far I think he's going to be an absolute superstar. I'll have to see how he develops as the season progresses. Next, bought in Matt Goulburn, another high potential midfielder, this time a holding midfielder. Good stamina. Needs to work on his strength a little bit from the middle of the park. He's only 5'7" too, but nevertheless, I think it's a guy you can be pretty excited about. Next up, a defender, this time Sergio Acosta. Didn't cost me anything, ironically, and I paid him at £5,500. It's going to provide extra backup at the back, because we only had Bennett after McDonald left on a free transfer. So being the Sergio Acosta, just to provide a little bit more depth there at the centre-half position. Then I brought back in Jody Jones. Yep, Jody Jones actually left the club on a free transfer. Then I brought him back in. He was available still. He wanted to return to me, so I thought, why not bring him back in? He's still a quality player for this level. He's only 22 years old, and the guy could still develop even further. Then I brought in the backup left back. Really is nothing more than the backup left back. 17-year-old, only 59 overall rating. Unfortunately, Lanchini left the club on a free transfer, so we needed some extra support behind Ryan Haynes, which, by the way, I am looking to upgrade that position as well. But anyway, going into the first game of the season up against Ipswich, this is how we're going to line up a 4-5-1 formation. As I said, we're changing our shape just a little bit to try and maximize the centre midfield, because most of the best players we have right now are centre midfielders. So anyway, Reece Hall is still going to be our goalkeeper. Still, believe it or not, only 17 years old. This guy is already a 73 overall rating. He's going to be a superstar, I feel like. Jack Grimm at right back, still doing well. 26 years old, pretty much maxed out his potential there, I think. So we're going to have to look for maybe a future right back if Camacho doesn't live up to his expectations I have for him. Ryan Haynes, 24-year-old left back. He's okay, but again, he's kind of slowed up in his development, so 68 maybe his ceiling. Then we have Jordan Willis at the back there, 25 years old. Then we have Concert as well, a little bit younger, 22. Then we have John Cannon, holding midfielder. John Cannon actually is a really good player, 22 years old, very, very solid, can play a number of positions, as you can see. Then, of course, Ben Stevenson's back this year as team captain. Then we have Mega, who had a really good first campaign with us too. Mega's only 24 years old, so you could see him develop a little bit further. Tom Krause, by the way, is our most our highest rated player, I'd say, on the team at the start of the season here. at a 75 overall. On the left wing, a very promising player, Callum Wilson, only 17 years old, very, very talented. We'll have to see how he develops this season. Hopefully he can turn into an 80 overall player. We'll have to see. And of course, Carlson's going to lead the line. On the bench, start off with, we're doing Brian. Obviously, he's actually a promising young goalkeeper, believe it or not. He's only 16 years old, but he's shown some really good growth already. Then we have Camacho, 19-year-old, but the guy honestly, he keeps getting better and better and better. A free transfer a couple of years ago, and the guy, he's going to be a good player, and he might even overtake Grimmer if he keeps developing. Then we have Bennett, a 17-year-old centre-half, came through our youth system. Had some really good performances so far. A little on the smaller side, but still talented player. Dominguez, which is actually the first player I ever brought up from the youth academy. Still growing, still showing a lot of potential. Can play centre midfield as well, 20 years old now. But still, 71 overall, definitely nothing to sneeze at. Then Connolly, who we've already gone over. Goldburn, we've already touched upon. And then Ponticelli is still with the team as a backup to a backup striker now, with Carlson signing for the club. 21 years old. Good player. I don't like to say good player, but he's a solid player for this level. He kind of is. Kind of a backup to a backup. And of course, Crepin Diata, of course, is injured. As I mentioned, he's not going to play today. So this is our reserve team still around. Rinaldi still around. Cooper still around. Schinkel still around. Haviland still there. The backup left back that talked about, Suisev, I think that's how you pronounce it. Alvadano is still around as well. He's only 18 years old. He's shown a little bit of growth. I may have to work for him on the training ground. Maybe I can get him to a 70. But with the signing of a Connolly, you can't leave Alvadano a little bit in the lurch, to be honest. We might try to load him out, get some first team experience. But anyway, first and foremost, we have a game up against Ipswich Town at home to kick off the season. Now, just like last season, I will be playing on Legendary difficulty, as you can see at the top of the screen, but I will make a slight change. I'm going to go to 4 minutes a half. You know what? Because nobody's got time for that. So, switching down from 5 to 4, I think will help me get through the season a little bit quicker. And as you know, I want to try and push this series on, and we'll get back into the big time. Alright, here we go. Opening day nerves here. We're playing at the Rico Arena up against Ipswich Town. Obviously, we have the debutant today up top, Carlson. Getting his first touch on the ball. Hopefully he can repay some of the money I spent on him. 1.2 million feels a little steep, but honestly it's not much out there in the market as far as players that we can afford. Chance out early for Ipswich here. Here is Rodriguez now, cuts in. Oh, got a toe ahead of Jacob Willis there, and easy save in there from Reece Hall. But first chance of the season going to Ipswich Town. Here's Carlson now turning, running the defence. He's done very well here until that through ball. Good ball there from Wilson now. Carlson's through on goal. He's got the pace to get away from his man. Cuts inside. Carlson for his debut. Get in there, my son. A new hero is born here for the Sky Blue Army. Carlson cutting onto his right foot. Had the pace to get away from the defender there. Just cut back beautifully. Send the defender the wrong way. And a lovely curling finish into the far corner of the net. 1-0 to the mighty Sky Blue Army here on opening day. And that's a great way to start the season. Here's Stevenson now. He's got Carlson through the middle again. Can't pick him out. Good interception there in the end. But that was half a chance to put Carlson away for a second. Oh, that's a great through ball and chance for the Tractor Boys to equalise here. Gets in the box. What a save there from Reece Hall. And Mega's going to head it to clearance. But what a fantastic save there from the young goalkeeper. That's a wonderful ball too to Carlson now. He's through on goal. Carlson, chance for a second here. Oh, it's great effort there, and it's going to fall to Kraus, but no, the defender got a foot in and makes the easy clearance here, right on the eve of half-time. Alright, so first half is done on the first game of the season. So far, so good. 1-0 up, Carlson getting a goal in the first couple of minutes of the game itself. He actually played pretty okay, had a couple of chances, one at the end there, and one he absolutely hashed from inside the box, but nevertheless, decent start for the new striker. Now, Omega's now broke away here. But he's tackled by Carlson, his own man. A little bit of confusion there. You could say communication was lacking between the midfielder and the striker. Probably the whole situation. That was just Carlson's first game for the club. But here's a great build-up play now. McColdrick is tackled by Conser, and we're going to play the ball away, I'd imagine. Oh, until Haynes messes that one up. It's through on goal. Oh, that was a great chance for Tractor Boys there. Honestly, not great play there from Ryan Haynes. Again, I am looking for a permanent replacement at left back. We're going to make a change though. Carlson's going to come off here. Ponticelli. Carlson had a really good debut. Very, very happy with his performance. Obviously getting a goal. And generally speaking, the guy's got a lot of talent. I actually really like it signing so far. Alright, 2 more changes here to go. So we've got 30 minutes left in the game. We're going to be on Connolly for his debut. The Irishman. Let's see what he can do. He's got a lot of pace apparently. So let's see what he's about here. Here he is. Takes a shot on from distance and blocked easily from the defender in the end. We also brought on Dominguez as well to play right midfield in place of Kraus, who honestly had a really poor game. I'm not used to him playing on the right side of midfield. He's usually on the left. Alright, so we've got about 5 minutes to go in this game, and so far we're winning, and winning pretty comfortably. Ipswich really haven't created too many opportunities that we haven't kind of gifted them. Here's Haynes now. He's found Ponticelli. Ponticelli's got Connolly. Connolly's going to wait for the run of Stevenson. That's a great touch there from the defender. Left Stevenson one of a golden opportunity to make it 2-0. But decent little through ball there from Connolly. Definitely see the potential. The guy's got a lot of skill. Alright, there's a full-time whistle going, and we've opened the season with a 1-0 victory over Ipswich Town. Very pleasing result. It didn't really play that well, to be honest with you. Not really create a lot of opportunities. Man of the match here goes to Olsen. He played really well until I took him off. It's kind of thorn in the side. He was quick, he was strong, he definitely has a bit of ability about him. Finishing though, didn't really feel like comfortable with him quite yet, but I think in the future, I think that guy is gonna cause a number of problems for opposition defenses here in the championship. But keep in mind, Carlson, I brought him in as a backup striker, but that was a great first debut. That was a great debut. There you go. It's hard for me to speak today. It is, what time is it? It's 2:14 in the morning. Yeah, I just got back from work, and yeah, as you can tell, I'm pretty tired. But thank you guys so much for watching the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What do you think of the signings? Let me know in the comments below. Who's your favorite new signing? Who you're looking to see develop in the future? Let me know. Who should I develop? Who should I put a lot of time into? I'm thinking about putting in the time and effort into Connolly. I feel like if he can transform into a really good player for us, I think the potential is there for him. Obviously, we got a lot of potential now. We're a lot younger. We're a lot more athletic. And I think like this season, this could be our year. I think we're going to go win the league this year. That's my prediction. I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to get promoted. We still got a bit of money to spend too, by the way, 8.34 million. So we're still in the market to try and bring in another face. We're also trying to sell a few players too. Who are we trying to sell? I know Carl Bennett is in discussions right now with someone, so Carl Bennett could easily be moved by the time the next episode rolls around. Which, by the way, we're going to set the next episode up pretty quickly. Let's take a look at the calendar real quick. So what we're going to do actually is we're going to go ahead and do the Villa and Middlesbrough game in the next episode, and obviously we'll do the the summer transfer window deadline day. We'll do that one, and hopefully maybe we'll do a couple of faces by that point. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below. What are your predictions for the year? What are your predictions? Where do you think we're going to finish? I think we're getting promoted. I think we're going to win the league. I think we're going to make that jump up to the next level. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.